you. So my story today is really about one thing, being more Oakley. So I'd finally made it. I was head of HR in an organisation where I felt truly aligned. I knew that I could grow to the role of HR director as the organisation grew, after 20 years of climbing the HR career ladder. I was full of confidence. I had a plan. I was going to be there till retirement. That was until two things happened. Firstly, the leadership team changed. And then came along the pandemic. And then straight back into relentlessly rebuilding the organisation, constantly under pressure, navigating uncertainty, and being looked to as an expert when I just didn't have the answers. And that leadership team, I no longer felt like I fitted. And I slowly started to find myself trying to be how I thought they wanted me to be. Because I wanted to fit. I wanted to feel valued. And my confidence started to drop. And then one day, a decision was made at work. It was the straw that broke the camel's back. And I found myself in the backyard at work, sobbing on the phone to my husband, telling him what had happened. And he said, "Nikki, you need to leave there." I got in the car and I drove home. And the next day, I resigned without a plan. Working my notice period, I couldn't get through a meeting without crying. I felt betrayed, but most of all, I felt like it was all my fault. I wasn't good enough. I didn't know what I wanted to do next, but the one thing that I did know was that it had to be something different. So I started applying for different roles, and I kept getting rejected. By now, my confidence was at an all-time low, and that's when I knew that I'd burnt out. So after taking some time out to recover, I decided to start my own HR business. That still didn't give me the joy that I was looking for. I just knew that there had to be something else. And that's when I turned to look at my strengths. And I started to do work where I could use my strengths. And when I did that work, I did my best work. I got recognized for it. I felt valued. It gave me energy. My confidence started to grow. And I finally felt like I could be myself again. Because here's what I found. When you stop apologizing for who you are and start to do work that is true to your strengths, that's when the magic happens. Because you stop trying to be how you think others want you to be. And you stop defining your value on how you feel others will value you. Because you can't control how others value you. You can only control how you value yourself. I burnt out because I spent far too long trying to be the person that I thought I should be rather than who I am. And when we do that, we're constantly adapting, we're losing parts of ourselves, and our brain perceives that as a threat. Cortisol levels rise, and our body goes into stress mode. And it wasn't until I learned to live and lead authentically that I could stop surviving and start thriving. Now that brings me to today. I've spent the last 2 years working in a full-time HR contract, running my business and training to be a coach. It's been full on, but I've loved every minute of it because I've been doing what I love. And now I'm on a mission to help as many HR leaders as possible define success on their terms, own their strengths, understand their unique value, and find work that gives them energy so that they can move forward with clarity and confidence in fulfilling careers that light them up. But what about Oakley, I hear you say? Well, Oakley's my 11-year-old working Cocker Spaniel, and nothing lights him up more than when he's working with his strengths. Flushing out pheasants, chasing squirrels, trying to find his ball. And because he's doing what he loves, he's got the energy to keep going when it gets tough. He can't find that ball, he'll keep looking for it until he can, because it matters to him. My personal motto is be more Oakley. The question I leave you with today is, how can you be more Oakley and discover your new way?